We're going to take a look at another version of the accordion drill, a delayed accordion drill, but this time it's going to be inverted. As you kind of see with some of our drills, we like our athletes to be able to do things in different positions. Being in different positions just allows the athletes to do the movements a little bit differently, feel the water a little bit differently, and then be able to take those things and then translate them into when they are applied into the regular stroke. So here what we're going to do is we're inverted. We're going to be on our back, spending some time under the water. And what we're going to see in looking at our key points here, hands are going to come in and then they're going to push out, teaching again just that separation of the hands and the legs here. We're going to see heels here. We're going to want them to come to the hip. Remember, the lower here, because we're on our back, the lower the hips can get and the feet can get to the hips here, we're going to set up for a really strong kick. What we're going to be looking for is the feet turning out here, so that way we can really grab water on the outside of the feet and also on the inside of the legs. This will result in an angled kick going upward, finishing the kick just at the surface. And you see that here, just that little float up of the feet right there, from right here to here. That's perfect. We like that just because it helps teach the athletes to get that little squeeze to get the most out of that kick every time that they're finishing here. So that's really important. So we can do that by just making sure that those toes are nice and curled. And then we just keep repeating that cycle, in and out. And then we're going to then just, again, watch the kick for those same things. The challenge that athletes are going to have with this drill are going to be twofold. One, staying underwater is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Our athletes got just a little bit of a curvature here in the spine. This drill will require a little bit more conduit activation by just pushing the stomach into the back. So that way we can really, again, focus on having that great forward drive here with the legs. And then the second part is just going to be the breath. The athletes do not need to excessively hold the breath. And this is a drill probably we would say would be better for more advanced age group swimmers and senior level swimmers versus developmental. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of be doing breaststroke, a delayed accordion drill on our back here. So here we just, again, keep in mind your audience and who you're going to be deploying this drill with. So we switch here to underwater. We're going to kind of watch what we're doing. So here we would draw the knees in a little bit. So just this will be good feedback for our athlete to just focus more on dropping the heels here into the hip, because ultimately what we can see is the same thing it achieves as the same body position is achieved by doing what they're doing. However, the power of the kick is going to really be compromised, and we can kind of see that right here. And as the legs just kind of come around, and then we're not really finishing yet here together with the legs. What we do like here is, though, the knees do stay along the hip line right here as we're setting up. That's going to be a really great thing that we look for. And then here we see as we kind of mentioned on this from our other perspective, the legs. Here we've got a good opportunity to catch water on the edge of the feet and also on the inside of the legs to then finish. Just again, remember, we would want to make sure that we are kicking in that angled upward direction, so that way the feet would actually finish up a little bit higher. Another aspect of this drill that our athletes are going to have to watch is just where are they pointing the fingers, because the body positioning will probably be just a little bit angled downward, just depending on where those fingertips are. So this will be just, again, kind of something that we want to make sure that our athletes are also just aware of as we are traveling through the water. But on our return view, we're going to kind of look for those same things. Here's as our athlete gets into frame, we're going to want to see the hands here push in, push out, body positioning working to stay nice and steady, and then those legs kind of coming in. We can kind of see here how those knees break the surface. We would want to make sure that we are working to bring the heels here to the hips and then turning those feet out to finish. But we're having a great separation here between the pull and the kick as we are moving through the water. And then we can kind of see here the difference on that body position. Here we're a little bit sloped. So just remember, everybody's buoyancy level is going to be a little bit different. Every athlete's going to be able to perform the drills a little bit, differently. So just make sure you keep working with the athletes, keep giving them feedback to really help them get the most out of the drill, so then they can apply the key things that they're learning in there and apply those into their stroke or their swim or with their race strategy. Overall here, if you found some great value out of this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe.